for whatever reason, I feel like Kendrick ain't that happy about this win. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't think he's.
They crazy.
Every time I see him, he
He
don't look too
love
happy
this.
about it. I feel like he had to go to a level he didn't want to go to. But um,
I love Andre. I love Big Boy. I love Outkast. Obviously, I put them in top 10 groups. Would you agree with that? Top 10 groups?
oh, I think they're number
What you think
one.
about?
I think they're number one, and
Oh man.
they're top three.
Yo, we just dropped the Discord. Hit the link in the bio.
I want to hear this piano because I love when he played the piano. So, was it good? Did he play the piano good on here?
I'm not going to grade it on a classical level. I mean, I just think that it's cool ideas him putting out, but I just feel like they're just like freestyles. Imagine just freestyling, you know what I mean, just on the piano. I don't know if it's a part of his uh, Met Gala outfit. You know how he had a piano on his back and all that.
I
But
saw that. I saw that.
I feel
And
like
let's talk about the
yeah, he
what
basically
you thought.
supposedly. I thought it was cool. I mean, it's like it's up his alley, the type of things that he do. But I just felt like he made this supposedly 10 years ago. I think he's just trying to package something and put it out. I don't know if it's that serious to be like overanalyzed, but I think it's interesting.
Okay. And what they say about this album right now?
A lot of people don't like it. They're saying, so this is a classical pianist, and he said, I think it's a complete and utterly crap, horrific, god awful, inspiredly wretched nothing. I could go on in detail about why each cut is stubborn, but why bother? Amongst that community, it's getting bad reviews because it's not super duper professional as far as like being on key, and it's just weird, you know. It's unorthodox.
I love Andre 3000. Um, Grew up listening to his music. Uh, Even seen the movie he was in, him and Big Boy. What was that?
Idlewild,
Uh,
Idlewild,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No Metrophobia. Yeah, I love that song. Fear of Time. I love Andre. I love Big Boy. I love Outkast. Obviously, I put them in top 10 groups. And it's only them two, right? It was only them two. And we talking about top 10 groups here.
Yeah, but
Would you agree with that? Top 10 groups?
oh, I think they're number
What you think
one.
about
I think they're number one, and
Oh, man.
they're top three. Like, there's not
Top
three.
three? I wouldn't argue. I can't argue with that.
I mean,
I can't argue with that. I won't. So, yeah, I love Andre. As far as this album go, or him not releasing music anymore, or flutes and shit, what you think he should do from here? Do he need to keep going with pianos, flutes, instruments? Because, you know, music is music. If he's the GOAT at whoever he does, he's the GOAT. You feel me? But do you think he needs to come back to hip hop where we want him at?
I mean, these are such good questions, bro. I feel like yes. I think this is how you get it, though. You need to let him do all this stuff, and he'll make his way back to hip hop. But he seems like he's not inspired by hip hop right now.
Yeah, I
what?
saw that.
So I think this is how you get him closer to making hip hop, letting him do all this, and maybe. But I feel like if he dropped a project, he would unlock the industry. People will be inspired again. You know what I mean? Wayne will be inspired again. Kendrick will be
Like
inspired
that.
again. Like
I think Wayne should put him on Carter 6.
that's the
Carter
only
6, that's
person
that.
that I've seen get Andre on the track is Wayne.
You remember he was on the track in Carter 5, I believe.
Oh,
But that
I'm talking about
that thing
Hollywood
I'm asking.
Divorce. I'm talking on Hollywood Divorce. It's on.
Oh, man. That's one of my favorites right there. But I love Hollywood Divorce.
Wayne. Like I've
Hey,
never seen
right on
nobody.
there. Who had the best verse on Hollywood?
It's Wayne. I'm sorry.
I had the,
It's
I,
that's the only
I
time
don't
I
want
done
to
seen him
go.
lose.
I don't want to go to Hollywood because Hollywood came through my neighborhood with cameras on. Yo, that was crazy. Yo, crazy. Um, yeah, he was crazy.
That's the first time I'm like,
But
oh yeah, he got beat on his own track. Like maybe Big Boy beat him on, you know what I'm saying, on Outkast shit, but yeah, Wayne got him that time. I'm like, oh yeah, Wayne got him.
yeah, yeah, he was on that. I think he was on one more. I think he got on one more too. I can't remember.
They
I
been
think it
on
was. I know on the Carter's Carter 5, or was it the Carter 4? I know he was on. He had the whole beat to himself. I think it was the same beat that we're gonna keep going. I can't even remember that shit. But my last thing I was gonna ask about Andre was, and you kind of already answered it when you said he was gonna unlock the industry. I was gonna say, do you think he shouldn't make an album? Because would that mess up his legacy? You know, if you 5 for 5, if you the GOAT, you need to come back and give us a new image of you. Do you need to give the new generation a chance to say you're not the GOAT? You know what I'm saying? Should you stay away because you know you got a clean record, or should you come back and possibly mess up that record
Yeah.
if it's trash? Because you know many artists have done that. You know Eminem was the GOAT at times, but then at times he wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Some
no,
albums was
facts.
crazy. Oh, well, I just use Eminem because Eminem's still the GOAT. But I use him as Kanye. A lot of people can do
Overstay.
wrong.
Overstay their welcome.
Same. But what you think about Andre?
He's one that I'm like I'm in between because I feel like all of these people are his kids. So it's like he gave them, since his last project, the Love Blow or whatever, he gave them the Silhouette, and they all took it. Kanye took it, Drake took it, Wayne took it, Kendrick took it, whatever. I feel like nobody really took it to the next level for real. Maybe Kanye, but that's what I'm like. He can, if he made a rap album, it'd be, I don't know. It's such a good question. He could definitely ruin his legacy, but at the same time, I haven't really heard too many bad verses. So it's like, it would have to just be some shit you.
Is he still relatable?
I think he's the most
era?
relatable. I literally think he's the most relatable out of all of them.
Okay.
I just think he's definitely older, but like, bro, ATLiens came out in 1990. We're talking about 1994. You know what I mean? Like, we were born 94, 95 type shit. Like, that's a long time
Yeah.
to not be rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dang.
But I think he
Dang.
could. I think he could unlock it, bro. I think him, like all the greats. I would say him, Lauryn Hill. They could drop some shit.
I think the only person that's going to get him to rap again is probably Kendrick. I think it would have been cool if Kendrick on his next album, his next serious album, and not to say GNX wasn't serious,
But I get what you're saying.
you know that was him just basking in his victory. You know what I'm saying? But his next serious project, it used to be Kendrick and J. Cole. If I could picture the perfect song.
Mm-hmm.
But a perfect song, if it was on Kendrick's next album, would be Andre 3000, like singing type shit on the interlude while Kendrick rapping. I think only Kendrick can do that.
Yeah.
If not Kendrick, right, need to get him on the Carter, of course. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But I think Kendrick is the only one that should even bring Andre out, because Andre will, you know, do his best. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with the Big Boy track on there. You know, an outro with Big Boy would be crazy, huh? Intro with Andre, that'd be too much for. You know what I'm saying? That'd be too much for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The world's not ready for that.
That's what I'm saying. I'll take an Outkast project if you don't want to take. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
That An Outcast project can go bad. I think an Outcast project, then
Yeah, man. That's, I just think they got a lot of classic music. So I get what you're saying. Like,
yeah, dude.
at this point, you're just gonna mess your record up. So like,
Yeah,
for whatever reason, I feel like Kendrick ain't that happy about this win. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't think
Pretty crazy.
Yo, we just dropped the Discord. Hit the link in the bio.
So it says, according to chart data, it says Kendrick Lamar is now the rapper with the most weeks at number one on the Hot 100 in 2020, surpassing Roddy Ricch, 19. Almost all of those weeks come after Kendrick dissed Drake. So, what do you think about that? I mean, I feel like just comparing the run of Luther and The Box by Roddy Ricch, like I feel like The Box slick went for a longer time, but Kendrick has been going crazy with the tour, with the beef, so it makes sense.
Yo, I didn't know he was on the top 100 that long. Rich. I didn't know he was up there that long. That's crazy.
Yeah, The Box just
You
in
know
the
what?
2020s
The boss was up there for a long ass time.
for 19
I heard
weeks.
that every.
Yeah, for 19.
Yeah, as I think about it, for the whole year. It's 19 weeks the whole year.
It's 55 weeks, so I mean that's damn near half.
Damn near. Yeah, Kendrick being up there that long, it's not surprising. Of course he's up there that long. And is it because he did straight? Maybe.
I think that's a part of it. I think just the whole impact of the beef and the Super Bowl, all that combined, I think is how he's able to have the project and that album continue to be successful for a long amount of time.
And you know what? When you can win against Drake, this is what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the award for it. They're like, what did you gain from this? You know, this is what Kendrick gained. When you can take down a giant, this is what you, when you take down a giant and you gain a big ass reward, yeah, this is what happened.
For whatever reason, I feel like Kendrick ain't that happy about this win. You know what I mean? I don't think
Pretty crazy.
Every time I see him, he don't look too happy about it. I feel like he had to go to a level he didn't want to go to. But I think basically what they're gonna do is, since this new one's being in Florida, I would think you're gonna see Kodak in it. You know what I mean? So they're gonna how the 5 was West Coast with a mix of like classic. I mean, like popular shit. You're gonna see definitely South legends like Kodak, Plies. I feel like Plies is gonna be on there.
Think Plies is gonna be on there? You think Plies is
Rick
gonna
Ross,
be on there?
Rick Ross could be on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? DJ Khaled. You know, think any Trick Daddy. You know, whatever. They may even go Gucci Man. I feel like when you think about Spring Break, you know, Miami Spring Break, you think probably Gucci maybe. I don't know.
So you thinking a lot of down south? You thinking south?
They gonna make it true to form. You know what I mean? Who else? I'm trying to think of the artists from Florida.
I'm trying to think of some from Florida. I can't really think of any from Florida for some reason, other than Kodak, because I guess Kodak's so big right now. That's the only one that's coming to my mind. But yeah, you had some great ones on there, like Ross, obviously. Of course, they're gonna have Lil Wayne on there. He practically rep Florida. You know what I'm saying? Miami.
T-Pain, you know what I'm saying? Potentially.
Man,
Was that doing too much?
So that leads me to ask you, Dan. First, I want to ask: old school Gucci or new Gucci?
Old school Gucci. I'm not really.
Okay.
I would say I kind of checked out from Gucci probably around 2008, 2009. From like listening to everything, you know what I mean? So, meaning old, that's the furthest back I'm referencing, you know what I mean?
Is Boosie gonna be on there?
Slick. Boosie could be on there. He got bangers. He need to be a character in the game. Like they need to make it. Obviously, they're not gonna do that, but they need to put like.
Someone kinda in his likeness, just a tad bit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
That's
Yeah,
kind of like
a little bit
Boosie.
work, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And obviously, you see that GTA will do that with the Joker.
Hmm.
You know, the character. You know what I'm saying. But that leads me to ask you, because GTA 5 had the West Coast, you know, LA type vibes or whatnot. Which is better? And it's crazy because before we even go into that,
I'm
which
biased.
one would be? Before we even go into that, I want to add this little piece in there because I was just watching that on Netflix, Rhythm and Flow. You ever watch that?
Hmm. Yeah.
Flow? That's where my boy D Smoke came from. I love that first season. Flawless, solid. But the second season, I was just watching it and Lotto was up there. Luda, you think Luda gonna be in the game?
Ludacris.
Yeah, I think he deserved it.
He definitely
Because it's
deserved
down
it.
south. I think a down south period is gonna be in there. I
I'm
think.
wondering if they may go to. I don't know if they're gonna go to Florida because you know what I mean. I'm just wondering. I'm excited to see what they do with it, but I feel like Luda maybe. I love Luda, but
No, a no. A no. That sounds like a no to me.
yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And I'm gonna ask about. I'm gonna go ahead and say this so I don't forget. I'm gonna ask about if the ladies, the hip hop artists, the ladies. But first, so you think this is gonna be better? West Coast versus down south. And the reason I brought Netflix in here because they had two contestants on there, and one was from the West Coast, and one was from the South. And the one from the South won, but the judges was from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like
Bias.
homie from West was supposed to win. You know what I'm saying? So if you've seen the season, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I think the Hispanic homie was supposed to win over the dude that sounds like Baby. You know what I'm saying? But South and West got like a little rivalry when it comes to hip hop. So what you think
I'm a
is gonna
little.
be better to play this?
I'm a little bit biased, man, but I do think they with Grand Theft Auto they're so good at staying true to the theme. You know what I mean? Like you felt like you was in West Coast on that fifth one, even on San Andreas. Like Vice City is a good reference. Like if we want to know what they had, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Vice City will give you a look
Okay.
into it. But I feel like it wasn't like overly hip hop Miami that they was doing at that time. But
Okay.
I want to say
Yeah, it
I
wasn't overly.
if it was
Yeah.
Atlanta, if it was Atlanta that they was in, I might say Atlanta. But I feel like I vibe more with West Coast than just Florida. You know what I mean? Like I vibe with Cali
Yeah.
more than Florida musically.
I feel you. I feel like they're gonna try to take,
The whole
like I
South.
was saying, the whole South. I think they're gonna try to do the whole South.
That's what the
Georgia,
trailers look
Florida.
like.
It's like heavy emphasis on Florida, but they're gonna sprinkle in all South, and that brings in. You think the women gonna be in there? Lotto. You think Lotto gonna make it? Do you think
Yeah,
Lotto is gonna make GTA? Do Lotto make it to GTA?
I don't know, man. What's the girl's
I'm
name?
gonna give you 5 names actually. Lotto, Doja Cat, Party,
Hmm.
Megan,
I
and who's another?
I think Doja Cat is the most likely.
Doja Cat most likely.
Yeah, but
And
City
SZA.
Girls are the City Girls from Florida? Where are they from?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Look that up real fast. Is City Girls from Florida? Let's see. I'm on.
City Girls.
See what else from, man. See where they from, man.
They're from Miami.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think City Girls gonna make it?
I want to say that there's going to be a depiction. It's going to be like, you know what I'm saying, a depiction of like female artists in some way. But yeah, the trailers look good. I haven't really played.
The first trailer, I showed he was twerking on the car. I think she probably was listening to some
City
Lotto.
Girls type.
Yeah. Some
Hip
City
hop.
Girl shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably was listening to some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
man.
think.
Yeah, I think it's
How
gonna be a good
important
game.
is the playlist?
What do you think? After seeing the trailer, like, what do you think? I feel like all of their storylines are all kind of similar. Like, I don't think that's gonna be what makes it special. What do you think about the game? Like, are you hype about it? Do you think it's gonna live up to the hype or not? Like, or fall short?
Which is crazy, living up to the hype because, of course,
So much
everything
hype.
Rockstar put out is great, from Red Dead Redemption, all that stuff they put out. You know what I'm saying? Then they make Bully or something. Yeah, everything they put out is great. So of course, but they needed another year. You saw they pushed it back to
To
next
May,
year.
2026.
It's like, yeah. A lot of people was mad at that, but I respect that. And, you know, a lot of people was mad because they already been taking like a decade on this. So they like, you've been taking long enough. But I respect when people take the time, you know, push back stuff. I respect when movies push back stuff to do reshoots, you know, to get it right. I respect when video games push back time to, you know, tweak everything. Make sure the graphics looking good. Yo, if you seen the graphics in that trailer,
Looks
I
good.
think they want the whole game like that. You know, I think the whole game from the trailer, I think they want everything to look like that. And honestly, if they could wait till PlayStation 6, I think they will wait till PlayStation 6, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think they will take their time. So yeah, I think it's gonna live up to it. What you think?
I think so as well, man. Just because, like, I think they're trying to figure out. They're trying to maybe adjust the online. I feel like that might be the thing that's slowing them down the most. Because people, that's what lasts the longest, is that online, bro. Like, people creating
Oh man, yeah.
communities and, you know what I mean, all type of discords for like.
Thanks, yeah. I be saying that. What's that junk called? GTA role play? Yeah, have you seen the role play, man? They got jobs and everything on GTA
Yeah.
5.
I heard a rumor.
Put that in the game. You know?
I heard a rumor that they're trying to make like cryptocurrencies around how you make money in the game, and you know what I'm saying, how you spend it in the game. Like, you can work real shit. Like, a nigga can rob you and take all your money, and it'd be like real money. Like, they're
That's
like
That's crazy.
cryptocurrency.
Nah,
Yeah,
you know, kid be crying, you know.
but I think at this point, people just want it so bad. I don't see it failing at all. Like, it's impossible at this point. They could give you the same game, and people might still love it.
Yeah, they probably won't know, you know, but everybody is a critic in today's time, so they probably hate that shit.
When you
know?
make somebody wait, they become more of a critic. Yeah.
Yeah. The longer you make them wait, and it's popular to hate on shit in today's time.
Exactly.
You know, it's on anything. I think it's popular to be on the hateful side, or, you know, the negative side, to make a negative video about Grand Theft Auto. I think so. They got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? They got to please a lot of people, because today's time, bro, everybody's a critic, for real. You know, they always say everybody's a critic. No, today's time, everybody's a critic. So
Everybody got a platform. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think they're gonna do it. But I think the playlist, I think it plays a major part in GTA.
you gotta feel like you're there.
If they want this game to be perfect, they have to get the playlist right. There got to be some bangers on there, bro. The music is right. And even besides that, I wanted to ask, it's just hip hop. You seen the characters I think they was white and
Hmm.
Hispanic or something like that. I think it was something like. You think it's gonna be a major focus on hip hop, or
I think it's gonna kind of
is this
be
something different?
similar to like the fifth one. Is you're gonna have one the black character. You're gonna have different demographics covered. You know what I mean? Like, what's the dude that lived
Yeah.
in the hills? I forgot the name.
Uh, I know who you're talking. Is it Trevor? No,
Trevor.
is it?
Yeah. And then it's the country bumpkin. Then you got the black dude. Yeah. So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
they might have like one dude that's hip hop. They might have one dude that's like older, white dude, middle age, type of thing. But
So you think more than just two people? They just showing us two right now. You think a third person might come, fourth, fifth person might come, or you think it's Bunny and Clyde?
who that I can see. I mean, so only two trailers came out already, right? Just two.
Just two.
So I want to say they're gonna give us another set of characters potentially, just because they had a character that looked like Kodak on the first trailer. I'm like,
I remember that.
I don't know if you're
I
familiar
remember
with
that.
Saints Row. You ever played that game?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Saints Row, the first one, I said, and then started getting cartoony, started getting stupid. But
Exactly.
first one,
The first and second one.
crazy. First and second one. Yeah, I was trying to remember if the second one was also like really about
The
that. I
third one
think
is
the
when it
second
got
one.
weird. Is when he started flying and all that extra. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Saints Row actually had something. I thought they was competing with Grand Theft. But yeah, back to what you were saying. Yeah,
and
I'm familiar.
like the soundtrack. To get back to the soundtrack, like you gotta feel like you're in Georgia. I mean, I said Georgia, Florida. When you get in and out of your car, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like that's what makes Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is like you gotta feel like you in California. You know what I mean?
Well, excuse me. Do Saints Row got a good playlist?
Bro, back in them
Do
days,
you?
I was running the 360, so I was playing my music. Oh, we got a
Okay. I was gonna ask that. That was something. I'm glad you brought that up. Good time, son. You know, it's about back then was clutch, bro. You remember you can watch Netflix with a group of people, bro? That shit.
yes,
I don't know what happened.
yeah.
Crazy. We don't have to talk about that. But anyway, you think on Grand Theft Auto they're gonna let you import your own music or
That
playlist? That'd be crazy, huh?
that would be
How
smart.
crazy would that be?
That would be smart. Like you could
That'd be
damn near
crazy.
make your own playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
So you get in a car,
you can
you
pick
know,
other
you go
people's
to
playlists. You see what I'm saying? Like you can make a playlist
oh,
and it becomes
that'd be
popular.
great.
And like you know,
Yeah. So
you could
you
just
put your
like
playlist up there.
a
That'd
leaderboard of different
be radio
playlists.
station.
Mm-hmm.
That
Like a radio
shady,
station.
shady 2.0 type. You know, shady. You know how they
Exactly.
all got radio stations.
I
And
could see them
they can
having like
download.
one, like having pre-made, you know what I'm saying, soundtracks of like Florida people and like classic Florida, but then also having like community. So to be like, yeah, this is the most played playlist by community member. You know what I mean? Like a whole like
Yeah, yeah.
then you can just go through and click. Oh shit, they got the new Nelly. You know what I mean, or whoever.
Would that change how game man's made, bro?
I feel like they got to,
Would it
cause 2K.
would 2K and Madden start trying to implement playlists? You think that'd be something games should do? Implement playlists and like where you can import your own playlist and let other people download your playlist. You think?
It might be
Because you know
biting.
some games and you can put like you can record videos and then people can watch your videos or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It may be
Thank
cut it may be cut into people listening to the soundtrack that they made, but I think it would be good for like community wise. Like you'll have more people playing, more people trying to create something that other people want to, you know what I'm saying, use. But I mean, yeah,
You
man.
think copyright? There'd probably be a copyright issue. So what if they have a library of over 500 songs?
It'd have to be like
But you can
Spotify. You know what I mean? It'd have to
yeah,
be like connected to Spotify or Apple Music or something, or like one of them.
Oh, so yeah, something like that. Or like, so let's say, would you like it that way where you can put your own music, obviously? Or would you be okay if Grand Theft Auto added 500 songs to the archive, right? And you can go through and pick 15 songs and name it
Exactly.
G list, and then those the 15 songs. If you click over to the side, it will play those 15 songs. Would you want that, or you want to implement your own music? Like you want to put your own shit from the outside world. You know, plug in your iPod through the spots and
I feel like I kind.
upload some.
I feel like I slick need both. Like when I'm playing the game itself, like the story mode, I'm cool with letting their soundtrack rock until like I beat it or whatever. But like I feel like over time, like when you after you done beat it and you just online running around, that's when you wanna maybe it's something that you gotta earn or unlock or buy. You know what I mean? But
That be yeah. I'd be cool with buying that. Like you gotta buy a
in the game.
playlist
Mm-hmm.
down where you can start implementing your own playlist. You know what I'm saying? Or you gotta put in like fucking 10,000 hours to get it. You know, unlock it. You know what I'm saying?
Or a cheat code, you gotta
you know,
up, down, left, right. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So yeah, I
square.
definitely think, yeah, I think it's gonna be crazy, man. I think it's gonna live up. I think I have a lot of good ideas for it, but
That's what I'm saying, bro. Them being like in Miami spring break is perfect, bro, because that's like our generation. You know what I mean? Like that's something that we will, you know, that whole spring break culture type thing. I think it's gonna be a good. It's gonna bring me. I'm gonna get back playing because of it.
yeah, I'm a start back. I'm gonna play GTA 5. I actually got to download it. I'm gonna actually get back on that. What you think? I'm thinking like a couple of cool things they can put in the game, right? What if you like online and you can actually go to like a movie with like a group of people online, and you can actually sit down with your characters. You know, like you walk in the movie theater and sit down in the seat, and then go into like a first person view. You can actually watch some shit like that.
That
And
should
then
be
you know you
hard.
can just stand up and walk out at any time.
That
How
should be
crazy
hard.
would shit like that be? You know what I'm saying? You think it's gonna be like that crazy, or we not ready for shit like that?
They
You
gonna
know,
pull something
they
out
that
there. They gonna pull something out that we weren't expecting, like VR or some shit like that. Like
like you feel me?
some type of
Like,
shit to where, yeah, because I just they got to be working on something next level to be 10 years. You know what I mean? Is this 15 years? I want to say
something like that, yo. I think when did GTA 5 come out? When did GTA 5 come out? It's probably 2013, huh? I think it was 2013.
yep, you're right.
Okay.
September 17th.
2013. Man, that's crazy. So
12 years
yeah,
old.
man, they've been cooking this for a good decade, so longer. So I think we got some stuff. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about with GTA?
I'm good on it,
Anything
man.
on your mind about?
I can't wait to see what it does. Like I might be YouTube watching it. You know what I mean? Because my
Yeah.
last system I had, bro, was in 2020. I had an Xbox One. I haven't turned it on, played since 2020. So
Damn.
I be pulling up on people and beating them in their game, but I haven't like played mine. But this might be the game to get me. This might be the game to
Get you
get
back
me
there.
back in the game.
Yeah, it's still one of the most played games, bro. They probably got like 10,000. If you get on like Steam or whatnot, like PC gaming and shit, they probably got like 10,000 active players daily on this game. So, yeah, man,
I get
GTA is
it.
the GOAT, bro.
It's no
Can't
reason
wait
to
for
drop a
that.
new one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this junk is gonna be crazy, man. But that playlist, I'm really gonna be looking forward to just driving around. No, you know, a lot of people just get on GTA just to get in cars and just drive around online. So that playlist, I think, is very important. I
Do
think.
you be driving good? You be trying to stop at the red, stop, you know what I'm saying, red lights and
Man,
stuff?
hell nah. I once seen my cousin play the game, and she literally stopped at every red light. Stop. And this young, I don't know how I remember this. It's like 10, 15 years ago. But just stopping at every red light, just waiting behind cars. Nah, bro, I never played games like that. Wherever waypoint I got to get to, bro, I'm fucking jumping hills, fucking up the car, get
Exactly,
another
bro.
car. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
like, bro.
So yeah, that's me on there. So a lot of Kanye shit overrated now. I think he stopped being the best Kanye by college dropout. Yeah. I think he stopped being the best Kanye by that time. I think that was the last best Kanye.
Really?
You know
After
what I'm
his
saying?
first project?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's wild.
Yo, we just dropped a Discord. Hit the link in the bio.
We're going to the album. Most underrated, most overrated. What are we doing with that? I
Oh
know,
yeah, let's do
bitching like a
that. That's
motherfucker.
the good one. I like that
They're gonna
one.
be like,
I just want to throw all the albums I think is overrated out and let people be mad about them. Yeah, man. I think Illmatic is slightly overrated, bro. I heard it this year, and not that it wasn't a great project, but to just say that that's the best hip hop project. People be saying that's the best hip hop project. I don't know if it is.
oh, you believe that? You think it's overrated? You're not saying it's a bad album. You just think it's overrated?
I don't think it's the best hip hop album I've ever heard. I would say it's a top 10. I would say top 25.
Top 25. What y'all think about that, y'all? Be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications.
That's the bit of
What y'all think
intro.
about that? Y'all think Illmatic?
I don't think it's the
And that's
most
not
overhyped, but it's definitely an overrated album in my opinion. I'm gonna just start with that one. Um,
okay. Okay, how about this one? How about this one? And I hate to say this. Ep.3. One of my favorites, too. Was that overhyped? Was that even Wayne at his best? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I think that was Wayne's breakout album, where everybody thought,
when
he was a
everybody
Marshall.
started liking Wayne, but
Like
people might say
everybody,
Carter too. I think,
I think Lollipop probably one of his most popular songs, huh? You know? Was that
yes.
overrated?
I think, yeah. Looking back at what I think is his best work, to me, Carter 3 is. I think either the Drop 2 or the Drop 3 is his best project, album
Oh,
or mixtape. I want to say the
so
I want to say the third is it the second one that I'm thinking or the
I,
third one.
I gamble with that or Illmatic. I put Carter. No, you're thinking about the third one because the second one was fire. So you thinking about the
No, I'm
third one.
saying I think that's Wayne's best project. I know we talking about underrated, but to me that's the Carter 3 is
Oh,
overrated and that's his best.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of more.
yeah.
But there's a lot, I would say. I always thought Views was overrated by Drake. I never was a fan of Views.
Drake, you wasn't? I think that's one of his harder ones. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
How did views make in the first week?
Oh yeah, Views might have sold millions. Um,
That
I,
was a million, right?
I think Nothing Was the Same was the one I thought was one of his best. But
I think in the first week, I think views. Let me look that up real fast.
yeah, man.
Drake views album. Verse. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Another album that to me that's overrated is fucking Travis Scott. Um, Astro World is overrated to me.
It sold 1.4 million in the first week. Drake views,
Yeah.
and it's overrated. Crazy.
Yeah, I think it's
Crazy.
overrated.
I can
I mean
agree.
the quality. I mean the music itself. I'm not gonna debate none of his sales. I think he the most high selling artist. But like, yeah, are you listening to it? When was the last time you heard it?
In Astro World, as well. Uh,
No, I
Astro World.
mean,
I don't listen to much Travis, man. I think Travis, period, is overrated. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not
I
mad at
like
it.
Travis.
I'm not mad at it.
Travis, I always thought that. I was like, Travis sound the same a lot. I always fucking songs, sound the same. Uh, I thought he was overrated. I'm not gonna lie to you, period. So, yeah,
You
probably
need.
so. Astro World, you
How
know.
are you? Like, what's your thoughts on Jay-Z? I don't think we talked about Jay, but like, as far as his albums, are you? Do you rock with Jay?
I was trying to look for the album that was overrated. We can toss out any one of Jay uh, albums because I think he's overrated.
Oh, just as an
Now
entire
we're not
artist.
about albums. We talking about general. I think Jay Z is overrated. I love Jay Z. Everybody.
I, I get it. I think he's slightly overrated, but I think he's definitely one of the best. But yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I can see he's better than everybody else. But this rapper alive. Wayne used to say, "I'm the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired." When Jay Z first retired, never got that. I'm like, no, Jay, you know what I'm saying? But that's he from New York. That's their shit. They be thinking those New York niggas
Exactly.
is in the world. You know what I'm saying? But no, not reading my vibe. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand why Jay was king of New York. But I just don't think he was the best. So overrated. What's another overrated one? Mm,
Kanye West, The Life of Pablo.
I'm looking for a Kanye West one. I'm looking for a Kanye West one.
I'm gonna
Was
say
it
I'm gonna say The
Yeezus?
Life of the Pablo.
Life of Pablo or Yeezus?
I fuck with Jesus, but I get it, but I definitely would say
A lot of Kanye shit is overrated now. A lot of Kanye shit overrated now. I think he stopped being the best Kanye by college dropout. Yeah. I think he stopped being the best Kanye by that time. I think that was the last best Kanye.
really
You know
after
what I'm
his
saying?
first project.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's wild. I I
That
think
was the only good Kanye.
I will go up until
Now, graduation was good. Uh, uh, I'm fucking around with Kanye. I don't like Kanye. I mean, I'm not liking what Kanye doing right now, so I'm giving him a low score. But not hate on Kanye. I think Jesus wasn't that good. And what was the one?
808s.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was overrated too. I didn't really like 808s.
I think that's probably his best work.
You think so?
I guess it just depends on what type of Kanye you want, but I think yeah, I wouldn't be mad if somebody said that, but yeah, a lot of people would say Yeezus and 808s is his most overrated for sure. I don't think so.
What you think about Keith? I think Chief Keef was overrated like hell.
Really?
Everybody say he was over drill music. I think Chief Keef. What was that album? Finally, was it Finally Rich?
Yes, that album was. I think that's a classic project, bro. That's classic.
Overrated, brother. It wasn't like that. Everybody love that shit. They say he's the pioneer of drill. Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey man, I like that
No.
project, but I get it. If it's just because it's not like hip hop, like it's not rapping. You know what I mean? He's not really rapping.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I understand what it did though. I understand every album we talking about, we say it's overrated because it's loved by everybody mostly. So we understand like the impact of it, of course. But I just feel like, people hyped it just a tad bit too much, you know? What's another one you think?
man, Kendrick, I'm about to hurt some Kendrick fans right here. Damn, it's not
Damn.
that good. I'm serious. Damn,
Oh my God, you're crazy. No, we're not
damn
gonna put that out there.
is
We're not
under.
gonna do
Listen,
that.
damn
That's my
is
favorite.
under.
We're not gonna,
You got Good
we're not gonna
Kid to
do
Pimp a
that.
Butterfly, Section
That's
80,
that's
then damn. Like,
that's
damn,
crazy.
for real? You got damn is the
Crazy.
best?
It's not the best. It's my favorite, but obviously, Good Kid, Bad City is probably the best. It's the most classified. We can't even say nothing about that. Uh, it would go Good Kid,
To Pimp?
uh, from the best. It'd be Good Kid the best, then Damn is the second best. Uh, Pimp the Butterfly is probably lower down there. I was surprised you didn't say Pimp the Butterfly. And I know they love that shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought you were gonna Pimp the Butterfly. But damn, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. You disappoint me with that. Uh, we're gonna keep going. You disappoint me with that. Uh,
Yeah.
what was Eminem's album with Rap God? His most. It was Rap God. Eminem got some overrated shit like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Eminem is just rated period, and he's still one of my favorite. You know what I'm saying? He's still one of my favorite.
Me too.
He just his stance, his people. Nobody can touch him. You know what I'm saying? And like, kind of true, but at the same time, they be hyping that shit just a tad bit. What you think about that? You think him?
Yeah. Marshall, now this LP is the project you're talking about that had Rap God, Berserk, headlines, all that on it. Yeah. I feel like
I lie. We're gonna scrap that. Matter of fact, that's fire. That album fire.
I
That
just
album fire, bro.
at
That's
that
the
point I was
album actually. Oh no, I said that.
I felt
It must be Rebirth. It must be the Rebirth I'm thinking about. That fire, as you just named that lineup, yeah, that's actually one of his better ones. I
that's
like
one of
it.
his last
It's
good
probably
ones.
uh,
Yeah.
it's probably that Rebirth shit.
I think Nas got a lot of to me, Nas got a lot of overrated shit. They gonna kill me in the comments, but Nas got so many overrated projects. Like all
Oh really?
all the things that he did with Hit Boy, all the projects he did with Hit Boy are very average, bro.
Oh, yeah. You think you wasn't feeling Nas
The Magic,
latest shit with
yeah.
you want
Huh?
I said you wasn't feeling Nas latest shit with Hit Boy.
Not that it was necessarily bad, but like replayability, like people be putting things up at classic level. I don't know, like classics damn near are undebatable. Like everybody, okay, yeah. Like nobody's gonna say Illmatic is not a classic, or like what's Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt. But yeah, man. Next time I'm gonna become more prepared because it's at least 50 more albums I know are overrated. I never been a big fan of Meek, bro. You know what I mean? I never been a big Meek fan. Dreams and Nightmare.
Yeah, we can speak on Meek. I was never really that big
Were
of
you
a
more
fan
Meek
of
or
Meek.
more Wale? Like who would you more likely listen to out of them two?
Uh, Meek, but who's better? Wale.
I feel like
No, think Wale was. I used to think Wale was as good as Kendrick and J Cole.
Me too. I thought Big Sean, you know what I mean? I thought Big Sean was in there with him too.
Big Sean, I used to think Big Sean was up there. Now, when we was we can go into this right here. We can switch over to rappers instead of just
Albums.
albums now. Switch over to rappers. You know, was Meek overrated? Because I used to think it was somewhere like this. This was like my top 10. And now I'm about to name 10 people, but we're gonna say top 10, right? It was always Kendrick up there, and we're not talking about Wayne era. You know what I'm saying?
Just like the
It's
new
a little
class.
later with Kendrick and Drake and everybody, the newer.
Yeah.
You know, not Wayne obviously. Wayne was with Jeezy, Gucci, Wayne, T.I., stuff like
Kanye,
that. We can talk about that. Kanye. We can
Eminem.
talk about that.
Yeah.
We gonna now 50, if I didn't say 50. The game even a little bit. But with the era we are talking about, I'm gonna say it used to be like Drake, not Drake. Drake is top 3 though in this era. It used to be Kendrick, Cole, Drake,
Cuddy.
those 3. And then it was Big Sean, Meek, Wale. You know, that 6. It was definitely them around this time. All of them was like Nick and Nick. You know, who else was there? Who else was there?
I feel like Cuddy was a part of that class. Um, who else?
Who else? Who else? And this was probably around 2008.
So yeah, you had Young Money had their rookies or whatever.
Rick
MMG
Ross.
had their rookies.
Yeah.
Kanye had his rookies. And like this Jay-Z, you know, J. Cole's like Jay-Z's protege or whatever. So everybody had their
Yeah.
rookies.
And that's perfect how you put it. It was their rookies, right? So it was the rookie league. We're talking about the rookie league. We're gonna name this one the rookie league. That's what I'm saying. Damn, that's a video of his own, the rookie league. Who was the best in the rookie league?
I just feel like they ain't been no. They stopped putting out classes. You know what I mean? Like when was the last class you remember?
Yeah. I think Kendrick was so good, and we always double back to Kendrick for some reason. I think Kendrick was so good that he like kind of with that control verse.
Killed.
Those was the people he was for. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of stumped all of them. Wiz Khalifa was even in this shit. I think Wiz Khalifa, when he was first coming up, bro, I think Cabin Fever, Cushion Orange Juice, I think Wiz Khalifa is in his own lane now. And you really can't compare him to other rappers. But coming up, Wiz Khalifa had like a special spot where he was in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was in the talk, so you could have put him inside that group as one of your favorite artists. I really think he was competing there. But all down, Wale, Meek, and Sean, they was in the category of their own. Who else would you put in that category? It was like the B list. If Drake, J. Cole,
Kendrick
and
is like A.
Kendrick, top 3, the A, and Big Sean, Meek, and Wale was B. Who was C? You know, was that like Tiger? Tiger was somewhere there. You know.
Cause you know what I'm saying, Mac Miller, he passed away, but I feel like he came up after them slightly.
Mac Miller.
Um, it could slick be. I just feel like Tyler is his own. You know, Tyler the Creator. I feel like he's his own thing.
At the point, Tyler could have been in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? He was dissing B.O.B.
Yeah.
You know, he was pretty good. I like the B.O.B.
Yeah, the C's difficult, man, because it's like MMG. Who's the other dude? Who's the light skinned dude with the beard on MMG? Stolly? Is it Stolly? I mean, like it would be like the second tier players on Young Money. That, you know what I mean? Like what's dude name? Mac Main. Not Mac Main, but what's the
I'm
other
trying to
dude.
think of someone that was still in that era, because Young Money had so many people. Like I said, Tiger would definitely be in there.
Tyler could be that.
You think about
He
Gutter Gut and shit like
he
that.
was like right there
Um,
with Big Sean. Tiger,
they
Tiger.
beat they this the second roster on Young Money is D list for sure. You know what I'm saying?
The new roster that he just came out with.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if we still talking about the people that was with J. Cole era. You know what I'm saying? Era we talking about. If we go back to Young Money roster, then they was D tier. They wasn't really C tier. I think Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper was, and this one he made Acid Rap. And this one I thought, Acid Rap, we're gonna have to talk about that album.
I
That was
love
like
Acid
the
Rap.
perfect.
Yeah.
I think it was absolutely perfect. I think none of the songs is skippable. I think that's one of the only albums that I would listen to every single song and not skip any of them.
Yeah, that was
And
incredible. I remember.
I think Chance the only one that ever did that. Yeah,
Yeah,
where I
Acid
listened
Rap
to
was
all the songs.
yeah, Acid Rap was one of
Still
those
to this
ones.
day, if I put it on right now, I'm listening to every song, no skips
Yeah,
on the album.
yeah. I used to
Yeah,
love that project. Who?
say what?
Yeah, I used to love that
I
project.
said. Oh, you said you used to love that. My bad. My bad.
I used to bump Chain Smoker. I mean, like, there's so many good tracks on that project. I he slick let me down, bro. He has high potential.
Yeah, Chance let me down too. If we're gonna talk about overrated rappers, Chance became an overrated rapper. Chance was one of the, and that's why I put him in this list too. I think Chance was one of the upcoming rappers that I love the most, and I think slowly after that album, that's when he became overrated. I think it was too good.
Did you like Coloring
Sometimes I
Book?
think I think he peaked. You know what I'm saying?
He did. He did. Did you like Coloring
That
Book?
was Coloring Book. I can't remember it.
It had that song with 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne on it. And Future
Mushroom?
song. Yeah, it wasn't nowhere as good as Acid Rap, but it was decent. But yeah.
Yeah, I listened to most of Chance projects, so I heard it. I just can't remember it that good. No, nowhere near as good as Acid Rap. What was that one when he was suspended or something like that?
10 Day. 10 Day.
10 days or something like that. Yeah, I like that album too. I like that right there.
Yeah.
But Acid Rap, I think Chance the Rapper is one of the artists that let me down the most, bro. I love that guy.
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
Still do, but
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Drake, like this Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick thing is just crazy because it's like they not supposed to be in the same thing because it's like Drake came way before, Drake, Kendrick, Cole. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
They're the 3 that made it out. Big Sean didn't make it. Wale. Yeah, they're like the 2 left out of this whole
and
equation.
that's funny that you say that. You realize tier A is the ones that kind of knocked tier B, kept them out of hip hop. Kendrick was the one that went out to Big Sean. Drake was the one that went out to Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? And didn't Cole and Wale
Cole went
kind
at
of
Wale.
have?
Cole went at Wale. They're the ones that got them out of there.
That's crazy.
I was thinking
That's
because
crazy.
I was like, oh yeah, I guess think about it. Kanye, he's not really in good favor with the whole industry. Rick Ross is not in good favor with the whole industry. That's why they're not there no more.
Yeah.
That's the people. That's the you know what I
Right.
mean. That's like their OG. That's the person that.
Right.
That's
Right,
why.
right.
That's why Big Sean isn't there. That's why Meek Mill isn't there. Not because maybe they organically fell off. I just felt like they didn't have the support potentially.
And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. If we're talking about that, then I feel like all of the OGs, right, kind of let down their people, right? Birdman didn't do Wayne right. Um, Ross with the Meek Mill situation. Meek Mill talk about that. Even Wale talk about that. Kanye with the Big Sean, Pusha T talk about how Kanye. You know what I'm saying? And we used to, it tells a different story, right? You can think one thing. You can think one thing about these people behind the camera. You can think they like this tight, or you can think Wayne and Birdman, this close, all this, and then this time, this thing you hear is like a Wayne suing Birdman for $50 million, $100 million, or Meek Mill saying that they never paid him $1, and we would have never guessed that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. It's kind of crazy how this industry really is. On camera, it seems like they got all this money. They got this, they got that.
They don't.
But behind the scenes, they're not even getting paid by the people that's dancing in the video with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So crazy how the music industry is. Y'all need to be careful trying to get into this industry. It's not what it seems, bro. I'm always trying to tell my brother, they're not as rich as they trying to make it seem. You know what I'm saying?
It costs a lot of money.
It
costs a lot of money to act like you're rich. You know what I mean? You live within your means, bro. Yeah.
I just saw something on Instagram where they were showing like fake money, and they buying fake money. I'm like, who's using real money to buy fake money?
Bro.
But, it looked like you got $1 million,
For $10. You can pay $10 to look like you have $1 million. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's crazy, man. So yeah, hip hop crazy. All of that shit was a lie. They was never getting paid. The OGs never had their back. Crazy.
But I think and I kind of want to wrap it up, but like I feel like even the OGs were lied to. It's like this was a plan. Like, okay, send your best artists out to find more people, and they all did it at the same time. It's like they literally all did it at the same time. Wayne started Young Money. Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's what it looks like. Wayne started his Young Money at the same time. Then it was Good Music popped up, MMG popped up, and all of them have a boss though. Like Wayne has a boss, Kanye got a boss, Rick Ross got a boss. So it's like, it's just like a pyramid scheme. And then Drake is the next one in line. Now he has to find 5 artists and do the same thing.
Right.
J. Cole, look what J. Cole did. Dreamville, Kendrick got his Baby King. So it's like they're just doing the same thing.
Hopefully these people getting paid, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but
hopefully it's not that 300. What's it called? 360? 360 deal or something like that. Most of the time.
They be locked in these deals for 30 years, bro. For 30 years.
Yeah.
So
I thought before we leave it, then wasn't Kanye in like a forever contract? And we forget that. We forgot that. Is that why he's acting like this?
I think so. That's the only way.
He's trying to get out of every contract.
He's trying to breach every contract he can possibly do.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why is dude acting so weird? Like, you know what I mean? Why is he acting so weird for? Oh, he's trying to get out of every contract he could possibly get out of.
He did some shit to get out of Adidas, right? He was with Adidas or something like that. He had a contract. Yeah, Kanye trying to break a contract. He don't want these people working with him no more. He want them to cut ties. But yeah, that's that, y'all. Like I said, be sure to like, subscribe, share.
Yes.
Comment below.
Hit the follow, guys. Hit the subscribe button, man. We need it.
Okay. We need that. But anyway, tell us what y'all think about this list. Everything we talked about. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Till next time.
See y'all on the next one.